Hi, this is Carl Leofson, your instructor for SERP 590 at the University of Arizona. We're going to take a few minutes to look through the course schedule for this year, or this semester, and then talk about really briefly about each of the topics. I'll try not to draw it out too much. The university schedule, we're back to more of a normalized schedule this semester for the spring. Hallelujah. I don't know if that's going to last with some of the troubles we've had lately, but we'll see how it goes. Classes begin on January 12th. The last day of class is May 4th. Final exam period runs May 6th through 12th. I ask that you get the last assignment in for this class on May 4th, and frankly, your last assignment is your culminating activity. There's no final exam for this class. I grade you on a product that you create for this class. There's a link there for the entire university schedule if you want to check it out. There are breaks, regular breaks this time, this spring. Last spring we had some very strangely scheduled breaks because of COVID. This year we have an actual spring recess. Martin Luther King holiday comes up soon. And May 5th is a reading day. So any of those days, I would not expect you to be turning in any material. You're welcome to turn things in. It's a self-paced course, but I don't expect you on any of those holidays or break days to be engaging in work activity for class. All right. As far as scheduled course meetings, this is a fully asynchronous online course, means we don't have any scheduled meetings. If you want an individual meeting with me, absolutely schedule it with me. We can do a Zoom meeting here or there, and I'm happy to do so to help you out. In terms of the pacing of the course, it's a self-paced course. So I have you set up in discussion groups of 6 or 7 students. And you're going to get a lot of benefit out of reading what other students write in their responses for the week. Your responses, not like you can copy what other people say and get credit, because your response is going to be related directly to your own research question. Just about everything you'll do in this course is based on a research question you'll self-select. You'll get the hang of that as we go. But you'll learn a lot from seeing how other people manage the questions related to their research question. All right? And if you want to move on week to week, if you want to be one of the people who blazes ahead a couple weeks out ahead, that's fine with me. I will try to keep up with you and make sure all my weekly videos are 1 or 2 weeks ahead of the regular schedule. Okay. Again, assignment due dates, there's no specific due dates. I'm just going to say, if the worst thing you could do in this class is fall behind, okay? You've got to keep up. If you start to fall behind, then when I see people really fall behind, they usually don't finish the course. They usually take an incomplete or they drop. There's a lot to do. I make it certainly as manageable as I possibly can throughout the course, and I think you'll find that's true. But do keep up. It really will be a lot easier for you. Let's take a look at the list of course topics I'm going to walk you through pretty quickly. We're in week 1, which is the course intro, in which I ask you to do a personal introduction, read the syllabus, and ask me any questions you have about the course during your discussion post. And then watch a video about some students of mine who did some single subject research work, and then tell me what you hope to get from the course. Week 2, we talk a little bit about the history of applied behavior analysis and single case research. They are inextricably intertwined. They are very closely aligned with each other. So I ask you to do a discussion post commenting on a historical reading. We'll have an opportunity to do some reading of some of the famous pieces in applied behavior analysis and single case research. And then I want you to start to describe to me a broad area of interest for you as a research question, because in this class you've got to develop a research question really quickly. And I know it's going to seem hard initially for some of you, but we always get it done. I always help people out, help them design it, help them organize it, and get a research question that's going to work for single case research design. Week 3 is when we really start to get into the basic elements of single case research. So I give you an article. We all look at the same article, and I teach you how to look for the elements in that article to show that it is a single case research article. And that's also a dry run for one possibility for a culminating activity for this course. Okay. And then the second thing I ask you to do in week 3 is take 2 different single case studies in your area of interest and link them together and think about them. You'll see that's easier than it sounds. Week 4, we really dive into developing your research question. So I help you with your area of interest come up with a intervention research question that's appropriate for single case research design. And then I ask you in the second part to identify the dependent and independent variables in your research question. In week 5, we look at lots of different recording methods for single case design. In week 6, we start to talk about the threats to internal validity for single case research. What are the things that can go wrong and how do you control for them? Week 7 is one of the weeks that's really fun for me. I love visual analysis. It's single case research. It's more of a visual analysis approach to looking at your data than a maths approach. Okay. And then in week 8, we start talking about different types of designs. So week 8, we talk about A/B and withdrawal designs. In week 9, we talk about multiple baseline designs. In week 10, we talk about comparative designs. In week 11, we talk about all the other wacky designs that people have put together. In week 12, that's another fun one for me. Visual representation of single case research data. So what we visually analyze are graphs. And so you got to become a graph master. In this class, you will become a master of graphing data. So that's what we'll do in week 12. In week 13, we talk about statistical analysis of single case research. And in week 14, those of you who decide for your culminating activity in this course to do an actual research proposal, that will be something you have a peer review it in week 14 and give you feedback. And then week 15, you do one of 2 things. You turn, it's at the end of that week, you turn everything in, right? So for your culminating activity, you have either done a proposal or you have done an evaluation, a really relatively in-depth evaluation of it, 4 single case design articles. And then you tell me about your takeaways from the course. That's it. Those of you who are doing proposals, or if you're doing for your culminating activity the 4 articles, there will be plenty. I try to build in plenty of time in weeks 13, 14, and 15 for you to do all of that. Okay, so really I try to build the course so that there's room in it at the end for you to have everything done by the last class period. Okay, by May 4th. That's it. That's your course schedule. looking forward to going through all of these topics with you. Just looking through them again gets me rolling, gets me excited. So, talk to you again later.